So I'm here again to do live video on how you can fix your lock. Okay, your lock, this one has a screw, or like the ones we'll be fitting, and your eyelet to your bag. So I have this beautiful bag here. I've not completed the fitting of eyelets. This is how beautiful, this is so cute. Okay, you need to see it in reality. I mean, not on phone like this. You need to see it physically to actually admire the beauty of it. It's so cute. It's made with ashoke, which is a kind of Nigeria fabric. All right, but the same bag can be made with any fabric of your choice, but it's still going to turn out well. Okay, and this one is like a strap. Okay, it's like a belt. Actually, I don't know the specific name for it. Okay, pardon me, I'm wearing glasses because I have some eyes challenge and I don't want to expose it too much to the light at night. Okay, because I'm filming at night, Nigeria time. This is about 9:28 p.m. All right, so we are going to be completing this bag. So I intended to complete it to fix this eyelet today. This like a screwed eyelet, or like the ones will be fitted. I've said it before in my previous live stream that I use what is it called, that the eyelet machine, so fix, which is this. Okay, this particular one is very durable. It's very durable. Thank you, ma'am. It's very durable. So today I don't have my screwdriver anyway, but the best tool to use to screw it in place is your screwdriver. But I'm going to be using my scissors to unscrew it. I also have my sister here. She's going to be assisting me to do this live today. All right, so I also have my what's it called now, the lock. This is a silver lock, or like the one I use. Remember, I did live today, so if you've not watched the live I did today, go and watch it. I did live where I said I'm going to be uploading this video very soon. I made this bag and I talked about it, so I'm uploading the video very soon. So you can see that this lock here is the same thing with this. Okay, it just that this one is gold in color while this is silver. All right, so if you watch this video, by at the time I'm going to upload it, if you watch it and you don't understand in detail how to fix this lock, okay, I kind of explain it, but if you watch it and you still don't understand, we are just going to talk a little bit about it today. So this one will be fixed to this. Please remove this. So this will be fixed to this now, this night. Okay, Nigeria time. I know in USA, some of you, my subscribers watching in USA, another country, it's not night, probably it's daytime at your various country, but in my country, Nigeria, it's night. All right, so we are going to be fixing this, and I'm also going to talk a little bit on how to fix this with the screw. All right, so I have my sister, as I said here, to assist me. So she's just going to do justice to this. Please just stay tuned and watch. All right, so she's first of all going to unscrew the nuts here. Okay, she's going to unscrew the knot. We already cut a hole, like with our hole punch. We already punched this part of it, so she's just going to lay it down here. Maybe probably let me remove the chain so it will be easy for her, because I've already fixed the chain. I'm just going to use my teeth, sorry, to remove the chain. Okay, so come, yes. Okay, so I'm going to unscrew. So just take it, I don't know, move it that way. Move it that way. Yeah, okay. Take. Let me hold it so they see what I'm unscrewing. So she's trying to unscrew it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, just place it down so you can see. Yeah. Okay, that's for the first one. And the second one. So she has unscrewed one of the knots. Okay, she unscrewed one of the knots. So I'm using my scissors, the tip of the scissors, to unscrew it. pardon me, the right tool to use, let me repeat again, is your tiny screwdriver, but I couldn't lay my hand on the one I usually use. I could not find it. So this lock too has a nut. The thing is, I have these accessories on my website. These are the durable ones and the lasting ones. There are some that come without these screws, okay? Aside from the fact that these do not fade away easily, you also have them to stay long, okay? For instance, there are some eyelets that you just fit and use your eyelet machine to just fit in. I don't think such eyelets from my side of the country where I buy these things, I don't think they're as durable as these ones that you use your knots on, because these ones you can tighten them in place and they are going to stay long on your bag. You see those ones you use eyelet machine, with time some of them just pull off. From my personal experience, they just pull off. So I'm just going to, she has unscrewed the knots. Okay, she has unscrewed the knots. She used a scissors to unscrew it, and she's just going to be fixing the knots to this side. All right, we've used the old pouch to push this. Yeah, we don't have hardware here. You have to order on site. Where do you order? Okay, I have a website. The thing is, I have gotten sorry. So the thing is that I've gotten like some few customers who have ordered on my website. The only issue I have, let me be honest with you, is that the shipping fee from my country, Nigeria, which is an African country, shipping to USA or UK, it's usually very high. So that's the only challenge, let me be honest, so that by the time you order it, you should have that at the back of your mind, that these things are not going to be easy when it comes to the financial aspect of it, which is shipping them. So the shipping fee is usually much. So it comes like this. Actually, it comes like this. So this screw here, okay, screw. So let me, this is how it is when you fix it, okay. So it has 2 points. It has 2 points like this, okay. So this point has to come out from the hole. So this hole that we've pushed is not big enough. This hole here is not big enough. So what you probably do is to use your scissors, your cutting tool, which can be a blade, a razor blade, or your rotary cutter, to widen the hole, because these holes here have to come out from it. So by the time I place it like this, I don't know if you can see it, quite dark, you can see that you are not seeing this part of the eyelet. This part of the eyelet has to come through the hole. So I'm just going to widen this. So I used a hole pouch of size, you're blocking the view. So I used a hole pouch of size 14. I use a hole pouch of size 14 to push this hole, which is not wide enough. So if you have a bigger hole pouch, take these knots and hold them for me before they get lost. So okay, before I forget, when you unscrew your nuts, please, they are very, very tiny. Make sure you keep them in a safe place, okay. Make sure you keep them up before you lost them. It has happened to me before, so just keep them in a safe place. So if you have a wider hole pouch to poke your hole, use a wider one. So the one I use is size 14, and it's not wide enough for this particular hardware or accessory to go through, because this one here, this one and this has to come out from those holes, from this hole, so it's not wide enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to widen it with my scissors. I keep on increasing the wideness of it. So what I will advise you to do is that we are fixing something like this, before you put it together, make sure you fix your eyelet first. It's going to be easy for you because it's going to be flatter, okay, to be flat for you to do, and it's going to be very, very easy for you. So you just keep on cutting. So you keep on cutting with your scissors. Yes, I have pouch different size. Okay, just use a wider one. Okay, or let me just use the pouch. It will be easy because we are on live. Let me not take your time. So I'm just going to use the pouch for that, so kind of increase it. Okay, I will use the pouch to increase it. So I have my plank here, which is not advisable to use it on your machine so it doesn't damage your machine. I have my pouch here. This is the old pouch I used. This is size 14. There are other sizes. I think there are sizes like 18, 16. All right, so I have my hammer here, so we're just going to be doing it here, which is not advisable. This is a machine, so in order not to damage it, I advise you not to use your machine. Use your table, your cutting table. So she's just going to do a little bit of it just to increase the size so that this part of it goes through. So she's just going to kind of as I said before, it's advisable you flatten it. Okay, okay, I don't think she can do it because it's not flattened. So let's see how she can do this. Okay, I'll just hold it for her. So now we are going to widen it. Okay, just for this to go through, we need this part of it to go through. It's not wide enough. So is it coming out? All right, so she'll keep on widening, so we'll be able to cut a bit out. So you put it here and kind of eat it in place. Eat it. Okay, so sorry for that sound. Sorry for the sound. The scissors. So I'll just cut these pieces out. Be careful, maybe because I'm doing live. Okay, I don't want to waste your time, so you'll be able to eyeball it to make sure it's not too wide. I think it seems to be a bit wider than what I wanted. All right, so I'm just going to try it out to make sure it's working. Okay, so when you bring it out like this, it's not, I'm not seeing this part of it. I'm not seeing this part of it. This part of it has to come out through this hole. I'm not seeing it. So I'll keep on increasing it until this part of it, because this is the part the screw is going to go through. So it has to be obvious, like it has to come out through the hole. So I'll keep on increasing it until it comes out through it. So I'm just going to increase it a bit. Yeah. Okay, so as I said before, please use your cutting table. Don't go and spoil your machine. Anyway, I'm using my in my room. So somebody was asking me what type of machine. I did live this afternoon today, which is 21st of December. Today I did live about 4 hours ago, and I did live and I talked about this machine. I was talking about this bag. So I said the right machine to use for your bag is this is the best, because when it comes to sewing a studding bag, which is that has to do with a studding gusset like this, okay, and a base like this, you need this machine because of the way it's being built. Okay, it's called a cylinder bed machine, like a cylinder. You know what a cylinder shape is called? A cylinder bed machine. I've talked about on my podcast when I measured the types of machine you use for your bag. There are basically 3 types. You have the flat bed machine, which most of us are used to, which the dressmakers use. You have the cylinder bed machine. You also have the post bed machine, used mostly by shoemakers. Okay, I'm getting in. Okay, okay, ma'am. You say you are getting one next month. That is very nice. That's my good mama. I know her. She is very good and very supportive when it comes to following me. All right, so I was talking about the machine. I discussed it this afternoon. Lock that door. I discussed it this afternoon. We have basically 3 types of machines that you use for your bag making. If you want to become a professional bag maker, you have the cylinder bed machine. This is one of it. You have your post bed. The post bed is just like this. Okay, the difference between this cylinder bed machine and your post bed is that you see this post here, this is called a post. It's going to be standing vertically, while in the cylinder bed machine you have it standing horizontally. That's just the difference. If you want me to post a picture of that, I'm going to do that. Then the flat bed is like your normal machine. It's just flat. It has a flat surface. Okay, so when it comes to your normal, so your flat, anything has to be that has flat surface, it's very accurate. It's good for your flat bags. you use your flat machines for that. But when it comes to sewing gussets like this, especially studding gussets, when I say stud, it's things that are firm, okay, this is your best match if you don't want to go through frustration, because there are sometimes you make bag and some things are not just working. Probably when you're trying to sew, your thread start cutting and snapping, you get frustrated. It happens to me. Even with my experience, I get frustrated sometimes. So the best machine, I'm saying it, I kept on saying it for you, for those of you keep on asking, even after I've repeated it several times, is your cylinder bed machine. But now most of my bags have been done with the domestic flatbed machine, because I know most of us cannot afford it, especially as beginners. We are still strongly to make money. So before you are able to raise that money, before you're able to afford the money to get the standard machine that you want to start making bag with, and I would advise you go for the domestic old machine. But there are these ones you call tokubo, fairly used ones. They are always very strong, not the new ones. The new ones are not as strong as the olden days one, okay, the tokubo ones. I mean your domestic manual sewing machine can also do the work of this. It's just that you're just going to have some tricks, some tips and some secrets in sewing. Because I've been doing this severally, I've gotten used to some of these secrets, okay. That is why you have to register for the online course that I actually put up. Is for the masters and for beginners. All right, so if you've not registered, go to the link in my bio, in my about page, and do register for that online course. So I was saying that there are three types. You have this, you have the post bed. The post bed is the post of the post bed is vertical, while the post of the cylinder bed is horizontal. Then the flat bed is just basically flat, okay. You don't have this space on the flat bed. So that is that, okay. But for all these bags that you are seeing right now, I used my domestic old machine. So let's go back to fixing our eyelets. So you basically keep on increasing. So she's going to continue, she's going to keep on increasing this until you are able to pass this through, okay. So she's going to do that now. Okay, so now you can see, I don't know if you can see, I wish you can, the light is bright enough. Can you raise the light a bit for me? So if you see, if she raises it now, you see that here's our scissors. So I wanted to use our scissors. You see that this point, there's a point, can you see the hole there? So it's coming out now. So if I take my screw, I'll be able to screw through it with this cover here. This cover also has an opening. So when you place it, okay, the opening here is going to be aligned with the opening here. So you're able to screw it in place. That's why this O has to be obvious, okay. We can see it here. This part of it has to be obvious here, and as well as on this place. So by the time you place this part, which also has a O, and you align them in place, you're able to screw it. The advantage this particular hardware has is that it's, aside from the fact that it's very durable, you can like screw it tightly in place and difficult for you to remove or pull off even after buying it, and which is good for your customers, because what most customers want are durable, quality bag. All right, so you wouldn't want to get a bag and after some time the eyelets start pulling off. So I would advise you go for this kind of eyelet that has screws and that don't fade on time. So basically what I'm trying to say is that when you get your hole punch and you punch your hole and you are not seeing this part of it yet, you have to keep on widening it. But you don't widen it at once, because when you widen and it's too much, this eyelet itself is not going to be secure, it's going to fall off. So you do it gradually. So when you cut bit by bit. You don't cut wide just like that. So you do it bit by bit until you are able to see this part of it. Okay, can I get our scissors? So you are able to see this part of this, okay. Now that you can see it, we are going to be covering it with this just to get a very neat look, okay. Because when you place it like this at the back, you can see how neat it's looking now. And this is okay, no, this is the front, okay. So it's this part of it, it's like this, okay. I don't know if you can see it. This is the part that is going to be coming to the front. This is the external part, and this is the part that is going to be covering it inside, okay, to get a neat look. So it's just going to come like this, you can see. Can you see how neat it's looking? And this part, by the time it covers it from the back, it's going to look as neat as it. So that is the purpose, and you can screw it in place tightly, and it's going to be very, very secured. All right, so she's just going to screw it. Okay, sis, you can, I don't know, probably you won't be able to see it when she's trying to okay, you know what, that's basically what she's going to do. Just place it and she will screw it in place following this hole. That is what she's going to do. Let's not even prolong this. That's how to fix it. So she's going to do that off the live stream. So we are going to talk about this. This is a lock. So I'll show you. We are going to talk about how to fix a lock. I said in this live stream today we are fixing eyelets that has to do with screwing, how to screw the type that has screws, and we are fixing a lock. So we'll be able to explain that in detail on how to fix eyelets. Now I want to talk about how to fix lock. Sorry, I'm sweating very, very much because of the light. I'm using a very big size ring light and it's big, so I'm kind of person that sweats a lot. So we are fixing this lock. All right, a very beautiful lock. This bag, I'm uploading it tomorrow probably, so you can see it's screwed in place. All right, so this is the type. The other ones I'll be using, first time I'm using it for my life, for my YouTube channel. I've never used a lock that has screws. Okay, the ones I'll be using are the ones that has props that you can just pull and close, and those ones are not durable. I've used it, and after some time they start pulling out. So these ones have screw, okay, and they're also very durable, and I have them on my website. You can order for them anywhere in the world. But take note, when you're ordering, especially when you're ordering from USA, from any other country, the shipping fee is usually much. Have that at the back of your mind. So we are going to fix the lock right now. So put it there as a screw. So basically what she's doing, she's trying, just like she did before, we could not get our screwdriver, so she's trying to unscrew the nuts first. She's trying to unscrew the nuts. Here's a piece of leather that you put. Okay. So when you unscrew your nuts, make sure you hold it properly well. If you have this kind of hardware, hold it, because I've made that mistake before. These things are so tiny that it's easy for you to misplace them or lose them. So you unscrew them. If you have better still, if you have a container, you can just put them inside. All right, we used to go to OB to get, where is that, in USA? Okay, that's nice. Okay, mama, thanks for your comments and thanks for your engagement. I appreciate. So now she has unscrewed it. Hold the knot, so keep the knot safely in your palm. So this is how it comes out. So it came apart like this. Okay, so just like the highlights, remember when we are fixing the eyelet, you have these two thing on the eyelet, so it's similar to this. Okay, so now in order to fix it on your bag, can I get that bag? In order to fix on your bag, since it's of two types, okay, I'll tell you the one that is going to be coming out. So this is it. This is how it is, right? Okay, so this part of it that has this prop, this part is the one that is going to go to the flap. It has two parts. Okay, you can see this one does not have this. It doesn't have this. Okay, it does not have this. I don't know the term to use for this, but this is how it is. Okay, so there are two types. This one, this is the front part, and this is the back. Okay, the one that has this is the one that is going to be going to the flap. Okay, it's the one that is going to be going to the flap, and this part that does not have this is the one that is going to be going to the main body. That is going to be covering it. I'm sorry, that is going to be covering it like this, because you have to make it neat. You can see this is the front and this is the back. You can see how neat it is even after cutting your hole. So you have this part, okay, that has these props here. This long part is the one that is going to be going to the body of the bag, the main body, the front body. This bag actually comes with two magnetic snaps and an extra lock for extra security. All right, so now we are going to, since we've taken them apart, we have our screw. We are going to be fixing them, then screw them in place tightly. So to do this, what you do, you just take one of it. Okay, you place it on, assuming you want to fix it on your bag like this, okay, you first of all get your flap like this, okay. You take your tape rule. If for instance, I think when I was making this bag, this was about 10 inches from this point, this curved point to this point, it was about 10 inch. So you take your tape rule, then you get half of it, okay. Can I get my tape rule? I don't know if I can get my tape rule. I wasn't going to explain in detail like this, but let's just explain it. If she can't get the tape rule, hopefully I hope people understand what I'm trying to explain. Get your tape rule. If this point to this point is 10 inches, just get the middle point, the midpoint of it. So the midpoint of it now is going to be half inch. All right, so you, that half inch, you just put